What are some things you can do right now to be a better dad? In this video, I'm going to share with you 7 things you can start doing even today to help be a better dad. So check it out. Alright guys, Patrick here, and this is Dad Hackers. We are a community of men that are devoted to equipping, encouraging, and enabling men to become the men, the dads, the husbands, the Christians that God has designed and created them to be. And we want to raise up the next generation of fully devoted followers of Christ and leave a multi-generational legacy of faithfulness through our children. If you have not subscribed, please consider subscribing. In today's video, I'm going to share with you 7 ways that you can be a better dad. And this is just part 1. I'm going to follow this up next time with part 2 with 7 more ways that you can be a better dad. All right, number 1 is to praise them often. Lots of times we as dads think how wonderful and amazing our kids are. We need to verbally give them praise often. And we need to work on it and be intentional about it. Look for the little things throughout the day that you can genuinely give them praise. Now, don't give them false praise. I will warn you against that, because kids can pick that up in a second and they know it and they resent it. They don't like it and it's not effective. But when they genuinely do something that is praiseworthy, give them a little bit of praise. Now, I'm not talking about puffing them up and making them think they're the best and they're the greatest or anything like that. But we do want to be intentional about telling them that we are proud of them, telling them that they are acceptable to us, particularly with daughters. They just want to know that their dad loves them and accepts them and appreciates them and is proud of them. Sons too. All kids want that from their father. And there's a peace in all children that can't be satisfied by anybody else except you, their father. And so you have to be the one that provides that. So praise them often with genuine praise. Number 2 is say I love you, and say it often and say it a lot, and look them in the eye when you say it. I can remember with my first child that it was difficult for me to utter those words because it was new and it was foreign, and he was a baby. He couldn't even understand what I was saying. And if you're still in that stage where this is maybe you have your first child and they're a baby, start now. Because if you start now, it'll be easier as you go along to say I love you. It will be a natural thing. But even if not, you got to bite the bullet on this, and you have to verbally say it. You have to pronounce the phrase, I love you. You can't just think it. You can't just assume that they know that you love them. You can't just display it with your actions. All those things, yes, are true and necessary, but you can't get away without saying the phrase, I love you. And look them in the eyes. They need to hear it from you, and you need to say it often. And the more you say it, the easier it will come out. Multiple times throughout the day. You don't have to keep a list and keep track of it, but just keep it a mental thought in your mind to say, I love you to your children. Number 3, work on your relationship with your wife. Children generate a great deal of security from their parents and from the relationship of their parents and from the husband and wife relationship. If they know that mom and dad love each other and are getting along and are not going to break up, then they're going to feel more secure, and their lives are going to be that much better for it. Now, I know that in this community there's a lot of men who are single fathers, who are divorced, who have blended families, and so forth and so on. And my heart goes out to you guys, and I pray for you guys in that type of situation. So what you can do, however, is treat women with respect, and to the extent that you're possible, speak well of their mother and treat their mother with respect. For those of you guys that are married and have a relationship with your wife, work on that relationship. Take time for your relationship with your wife. Let your kids see you loving your wife. Let them see you kiss her. Let them see you hug her. Let them see you compliment her. Let you see them be gentle toward her. Let you see them be a gentleman toward her. Because that will create security, knowing that mom and dad have a solid relationship, because that is what the family is built upon, is the relationship between mom and dad. So, work on your relationship with your wife. Number 4, give your kids your full attention. I know it's difficult. I know it's tough. I know you have things you have to get done. I know you have the to-do list. I know you have the tasks. I know you have your job. I know you have your responsibility. But your first ministry and your first responsibility is your family. And it's easy to take that for granted and to think, oh, when I have time, I'll sit down with my kids and have time. But I'll tell you what, 5, 10, 12, 15 years goes by really, really fast. 18, 21 years goes by very, very fast. My oldest child at the time of this recording is over 11 years old. And it is amazing to me how fast those 11 years have gone by, and things that have slipped through my fingers during those 11 years. Give your kids your full, undivided attention. And that's what they want. That's what they crave. Dad, look what I did with my Legos. Dad, check out, I just beat this level on my video game. Dad, I want you to see this. Look at this fort that I made outside. Look what I did with my stuffed animals. Look how I made my bed. They just want to have a little bit of your attention. Give it to them. I urge you to give it to them. Number 5, start a gratitude journal for your kids and even your wife. And write down one thing each day that you are thankful for about your children. Sometimes in the hustle and bustle and busyness of life and of parenting, we can become hard-hearted toward our children, or we can become resentful, or we can get worn out, we could get fatigued, and we could get impatient with our kids, and we can get tired of it. We can get sick and tired of our kids. But I'll tell you, one of the things that can combat that is to think good thoughts about that person. It takes literally minutes, if not seconds, in the morning or in the evening to just write a couple things down. Number 6, plan some one-on-one time with your kids. Okay? And again, this doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to be super detailed. It doesn't have to be super duper planned in advance. It doesn't have to be expensive. I just got done, before I recorded this video, having some daddy time with my son Abram. And what we did was I made a coffee, I made him some hot chocolate, and we played Yahtzee on the back porch. 15 minutes. And he had a smile on his face the whole time. As the father, you are responsible, and it is your duty to initiate and plan that one-on-one time. Number 7, go for a walk with your kids. Either one-on-one, or if you have several kids, just go for a walk with them. A good time for us is after dinner, just take a walk around the block. They love it. They have a good time. It gets you out, it gets you fresh air, and lots of times when you're walking along, there are opportunities for conversation. When you take a walk and you're outside, you have opportunities to worship and praise God with your kids. You could talk about how wonderful God's creation is. All right, guys, so that's it. I hope those 7 tips are helpful to you. Remember, in the next video that we release, look for part 2, and I'll have 7 more tips for ways that you can connect and engage with your kids. By the way, we do have a free private Facebook group for Dad Hackers. Check out the link in the description below and make sure you join us in that community. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Remember to like, comment, and share. Question of the day. What is one tip that you have that you are doing currently to invest in your kids, to be a better dad? Drop it in the comments below and see what other people are doing and see if you can get even more tips from the other guys. All right, guys, Patrick here, signing off. You guys take care and make it a great day.